In today's video, we will see how to use VLOOKUP on the data of supermarket or departmental stores. The basic reason behind selecting the data of supermarket or departmental stores, the data is really vast and it's little bit tricky also. And in case it will not be applied properly, there may be variance or variance of amount also. We will cover this video in two parts. In the very first part, we will cover the basics of VLOOKUP, and in the second part, we will apply VLOOKUP on daily sales report of supermarket or departmental stores. This is my data of supermarket, where I have got item code, product name, category, brand, and so on. And on the right hand side, we have to apply VLOOKUP. So over here, we will see the basics of VLOOKUP. On the left hand side, I have got multiple headers. But on the right hand side, I want limited headers. In the very beginning, I have got item code, and based on item code, we have to extract our data. I'll come to left hand side and will copy an item code from here. Control C or Command C. We'll come to right hand side and we'll paste in item code. Control V or Command V. Let's paste same item code over here also. Control V or Command V. Now we want product name, category and brand. When we come to left hand side, just after item code, we have got product name, category and brand. Means all the things are in sequence. Let's come to right hand side. Let's apply VLOOKUP. Plus or equal to VLOOKUP. Bracket open. The very first thing what we have to provide in VLOOKUP is lookup value. So what is lookup value? Lookup value is the value based on which we are going to extract our data. So over here, I'll be extracting my data based on item code. So I'll click on item code, comma, table array. Table array means our data. Let's come to left hand side. Now our data is vast. So from where we have to select our data? From item code, product name, category or brand. As item code is our lookup value, so we will have to select our data from item code. So I'll select the whole data. Let's come to right hand side, comma, column index number. Let's come to left. Column index number means column number. So what will be my column index number over here? As we have selected our data from item code, so item code automatically became column index number 1. Product name became column index number 2. Category became 3. Brand became 4 and so on. So we want product name. So this is column index number 2. I'll come to right hand side and we'll insert 2 over here, comma. We got two options, true or false. True is for approximate match, means nearby match, and false is for exact match. So we want exact match. I'll be selecting false. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. And we got product name. Let's come to right hand side and let's drag our formula. We got category as well as brand. If I'll click on brand and we'll double click over here, just notice all the cell references got changed. In the very beginning, we have got lookup value and item code was our lookup value and item code was in L, means column L. But over here, it got changed. Now it's N, means category. And same with our table array. The range got totally changed. If we come to left hand side, we had selected our data from item code, but now our table array is from category. Let's come to right. So whenever we are using VLOOKUP, we will have to keep certain things in mind. I'll press enter. We'll delete both. Let's come to left. Let's click on item code. This is my column index number 1. Product name is 2. I'll select both and we'll drag this to right. These numbers are only for reference, nothing to do with VLOOKUP formula or function. Now let's come to right. Over here I had inserted VLOOKUP. I'll double click over here. In the very beginning, I have got my lookup value and my target over here, when I drag my formula to right, lookup value should not change. But when I'll drag my formula to bottom, our lookup value should keep on changing. So we will have to partially lock our lookup value. I'll click just before my lookup value and will insert $sign. And my cell reference will be partially locked. Now I'll come to my table array. We'll select my table array and we'll press F4 or function F4. So I have fully logged this. So we don't want our table array to change. Either we drag it to right or to the bottom. It should not change. Only reason I have locked this fully. Now I'll hit enter. Now let's drag this to right. As a result, what we got? In each and every place, we got product name. Let's come to category. I'll double click over here. We can see 2 just before false. And this is our column index number. I'll delete 2. We'll come to left hand side and we'll check column index number of category. On the top we can see 3. Let's come to right and let's insert 3. Enter. We got category. Brand. On the left hand side we can see brand is in column index number 4. I'll double click over here. We'll delete 2 and we'll put 4. Enter. And we got the desired result. On the top, each and every header was in sequence. But over here, headers are not in sequence. What can be done? Let's copy our formula from here. Control C or Command C and I'll paste. Control V or Command V. We got product name and the header is brand. Let's double click over here. Let's delete 2. On the left hand side, column index number is 4. So I'll put 4 over here. Enter. Now let's drag our formula to right. Product name. Let's come to left. Product name is in column index number 2. Now let's go to right. Let's double click over here. Let's delete 4 and let's put 2. Enter. We got product name. Now we want stock in hand and the column index number is 8. I'll double click over here. We'll delete 4 and we'll put 8. Enter. And we got stock in hand. So changing column index numbers manually one by one is really not possible when our data is vast. And when we do something manually, there are lots of chances of errors. So how to avoid this? Let's go to the sales report. This is the sales report or daily sales report of supermarket or departmental store. And the data is really vast or the format is big. Over here, headers are not in sequence. One thing more to notice over here, if I'll click on header, we have got drop down. And we have got drop down over here also. Many times it's possible to change the headers just to analyze the data. So we want our formula or function of VLOOKUP to be dynamic. Whenever if I change my header, all the things should change automatically. Let's undo this. Now let's use VLOOKUP. Plus or equal to VLOOKUP. Bracket open, lookup value. Item code will be my lookup value. As we have to drag our formula to right as well as to the bottom, so we will have to partially lock our lookup value. So we will have to insert dollar in the very beginning. So I'll be pressing F4 or function F4 3 times. And dollar got inserted in the very beginning. Comma. Table array. Table array means our data. And our data is in setting sheet. Let's go to setting sheet. Now we have to select our data. But it's possible that in future, this data may increase. So over here, I'll not be selecting a range or limited range. I'll select my data from top, means I'll select the whole column. As we have to drag our formula, so I'll be locking my range by pressing F4 or function F4 one time. And my range will be fully logged, comma. Now we have to provide column index number. And I really don't remember for which header I want my data. So let's put a random column index number over here. Let's put 6. 6, comma. Now we have to provide options, either true or false. So I want exact match. So I'll be using false. Instead of false, we can use 0 also. Let's use 0. Bracket close and I'll hit enter. Over here, I had got brand name. But what I got something else. Now, if I'll have to change the things manually, I'll have to go to setting sheet and we'll have to check the column index number of brand, that is 4. Let's go to sales report. Let's double click over here. Let's remove 6 and let's put 4. Enter. And we got the brand. And if I change my header, we'll do this product name. Now also we can see brand name. Let's undo our header. So how to make this dynamic? For this, I'll be using match, means function of match. Let's understand match first. Plus or equal to match. Bracket open, lookup value. This time, item code will not be my lookup value. My lookup value will be my header. I have clicked on header. As we have to drag our formula to right as well as to the bottom, we will have to partially lock our lookup value. And this time, I'll insert $sign in the center. Let's come to the end, comma, lookup array, where we have to look for our lookup value. That are our headers. Let's go to settings sheet. And we have to look for our lookup value from all these. So in lookup array, I'll select from beginning to end. We'll press F4 or function F4 one time and my range will be logged, comma. Let's take this down. We got three options: less than, exact match, and greater than. We want exact match. I'll select 0. I'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. And we got 4. Let's go on header. Let's change the header as product name. We got 2. Let's do this as stock in hand. And we got 8. Let's go to setting sheet. And column index number of stock in hand is 8. Let's go to sales report. Means the figure what we are getting over here are perfect column index numbers. And we will use this in our VLOOKUP. I'll double click. We'll come in the end and we'll copy the formula. Control C or Command C. I haven't copied is equal to. Now I'll hit enter. We'll go on top. We'll double click. We'll come in the end. In the end we can see 4 and this is our column index number. I'll delete my column index number and instead of column index number, I'll paste the formula or function what I have copied right now. Control V or Command V. No other changes. I'll hit enter. We got stock in hand that is 331. If I'll click on top and we'll do change as product name, we can see product name. If I'll do this as brand, we got brand. Now this 4 is really not required. I'll delete this. We'll drag down my formula. We got brands. Now I'll drag this to extreme right. Let's come to left. Just notice over here, we got NA error because we haven't got any data in setting sheet against quantity sold, total amount, discount and discount amount. Let's come to left. Let's click on brand. Let's double click over here. Let's come in the very beginning and let's insert the criteria of if error. If error, bracket open, will come in the end of the formula. We'll insert comma, double inverted comma twice for blank. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Let's drag down the formula and let's drag this to right. And in the center, we haven't got any error. Though VLOOKUP is really not required, so I'll delete formulas from here. Tax percent, I'll select the whole column and we'll press Ctrl 1. We'll go to percentage, decimal places I'll do as 0. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. Let's align this in center and we got all the tax percent. If I'll click on top and we'll do as brand, we got all the brand's name. Let's come to left, stock in hand. Let's do as unit of measurement and we got unit of measurement. Unit price, let's do as product name. Let's adjust the column size and our VLOOKUP became dynamic now. So in case you are working in supermarkets or departmental stores where you have to handle vast or large data, you can use the trick of VLOOKUP with match. I'll provide the link of file in description box. In case you want to download, you can.